Hey, what's up, guys? So, originally I had planned on putting out a cover tonight, but it is getting ridiculously late to be able to sing right now. My voice is definitely not up to its par right now. So, instead of doing that, I had this planned anyway. So, I have my good buddy Daniel here right now. He's one of my best friends.
Buenos dias.
He's played a lot of these games that I have and stuff like that, so he has a little bit to tell you guys too. But basically, I wanted to have a little bit of a retrospective on a series that I feel like has been majorly neglected and majorly looked over as a video game whole. And I'm talking about the Lego games. So for those of you that have either played them or not played them, or you just passed them by because you think that they were boring or just stupid licensed games, there's a lot to like about the games. They're amazingly made. They're made by a great company called Traveler's Tales, and they're really well done games. So I kind of wanted to talk about the best games in the series and whatnot. As I'm going through the video game series on my own, I'm actually playing through the whole entire line of games. I just kind of want to talk about like the moments that I liked and stuff like that. So for those of you that probably won't be interested in this video, I'm sorry I wasn't able to make my cover today. My voice is totally not up to it, and instead of doing a cover of a song with my voice sounding like that, I'd rather have it actually sound good. So I'm sorry to those of you, but yeah, this is a Lego retrospective. So first off, I wanted to talk about Lego Star Wars: The Start of the Game. A game is literally the game that started it all, and it's just an excellently made game. And before then, they made like Toy Story licensed games and a bunch of other licensed games, and they were fun. Bugs Life, Toy Story, all on the N64, and that was like my childhood right there. Probably the same thing with you when it comes
Bugs
to that.
Life on PlayStation as well.
Yeah, they made it for PlayStation and N64, and
Very good games.
really fun games. And then they basically just, in 2005, they made Lego Star Wars, technically Lego Star Wars, which is episodes 1 through 3 of the Star Wars saga.
The new trilogy for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, and well, I had it on GameCube as well, but it was on like every single system. I recently played it on my PC because I got the entire collection on Steam for super cheap. So I recently played it on my PC, and I can't believe there was a lot of games that I missed in the series, and I was blown away. Not because I felt like most of it would be nostalgia, and it wasn't. It was just awesome. There's so much to do in that game, and then the second one that followed that was just amazing as well. The entire series as a whole was awesome. And Lego Star Wars, you could just play those 3 games and be set for life with Lego games. But for me, I wanted to play through the whole series, and I am blown away by literally half the series. So like on the whole Lego Star Wars whole, this buddy right here, he's obsessed with Star Wars. I love Star Wars too, but he's the one to talk about when it comes to Star Wars. He used to have actual lightsabers that we would
I
duke
see,
it out
they're
with.
actually over in that corner.
Duke it out
We
with.
broke him, and I threw one at his face by
Yeah,
accident.
it kind of cut my eye right here when we were younger, because we were just having too much fun. And that's literally what Star Wars is as a whole. It's an amazing saga of awesomeness with lightsabers and blasters and space battles and
Just think there's going to be 3 more movies.
yeah. And that I can't even tell you that. That's a whole nother explanation in video for that. But this is more just geared along the lines of what Lego did with that game, and it was awesome. You know, they took all these characters that you loved from the entire Star Wars franchise and put them as these lovingly cute Lego characters that you can just mess around with and fight with and stuff. And it was awesome. Like what did you like best about that game as far as like the first 2 Lego games?
Honestly, like, I always did like the idea of the Clone Wars and the Clone Troopers, so that was always a big cool thing for me.
Yeah.
And playing that in the Legos, it was just awesome. And you know, you don't really like, you get the story because you know it because you watch Star Wars, but at the same time, you get more of a fun time, you know, playing it. It's not just like you're focusing on words and stories like that. It's just a great thing, and I mean, I spent a lot of hours on my PlayStation 2 until it died. and then I got another one until that one died, and that was my main game.
Yeah.
And you know then when they came out with the original trilogy, that was awesome because I mean, you get to play as Han Solo as in the Carbonite.
Yeah, that was a cool exclusive. I think that was a PS2 exclusive, if I wasn't mistaken. That was awesome because
you
would just move around as a little brick. You didn't do much, but you got to move around as him, and that was a cool exclusive.
That was fun.
Cause I don't know if it was an exclusive. There was versions of it wasn't in, but
it was in the old DS, the DS Lite when that was around. And
it was also on the PS2, I believe, too.
PS2. I don't know if it's in the new one. You have like in
the PC version.
Yeah.
I didn't actually have that in the PC version, so I know that was an exclusive. I totally remember that on the PS2 though. I think it may have.
That's why you don't play games on the PC.
Well. No. Most times, PC has really, really good versions of games. Like, all the ports are really well done, especially for the LEGO games. But there are some exclusives that you will miss out on, unfortunately, because there's different companies that strike different, what's the word? They strike, like, different, like, deals with different, you know, with the developers to be like, oh, you know what, we're going to put this character in only this specific game so that our game will sell better or whatever. And, you know, there's times where that will literally make you want to buy the game just to play as that one specific character. So, yeah, the LEGO Star Wars games are just really cool. And then I've been playing through literally half the rest of the series, so like Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Harry Potter. Lego Harry Potter was the one that was like, I didn't expect it to be that amazing, and just everything about that game was like, you just felt the magic flowing from your Lego hands in that game. And I don't know if you've played all the Lego Harry Potter games.
I haven't played all of them. I played some of
the
first
most one probably,
recent. I played the whole first one. That was a long time ago. I don't remember much for that. I only did one through on that, and I played the most recent one,
which was
demo.
Yeah.
And I'm not too big of a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still really cool. You know, just shooting magic through your wands and everything.
I think my favorite thing about the first one was the fact that you got to, when you did everything, when you 100% completed the game, you got to unlock Voldemort, and you actually went through the night that Voldemort basically killed Harry's parents, and you go around in the city.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool, and it was just funny to use Avada Kedavra on anybody, because you just see this green explosion happen, and then the bricks just, they turn into pieces and hit the ground as this green cloud goes away.
Awesome.
And it was such a cool thing. But there's just so many games in the franchise. I can't even talk about all of them right now. The most recent one that I've been playing through right now is LEGO Star Wars 3, Clone Wars. And before I played the game, I had never watched the Clone Wars animated series. And this guy right here, he was one of the reasons that I started watching that. And before I played the game, I watched the first 2 seasons, just so I could understand what was going on. And
did you see the movie?
Yeah, I watched the movie before that, and I didn't expect it to be as good as it was as far as the series went. It was just, holy crap, it was awesome. And there's so many characters in that they brought back from the original movie. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, but if you've never seen it before, that's definitely something to check out. But
just
Lego
watch Star Wars in general.
Lego Star Wars 3, really cool. The only thing I didn't like about that game is the fact that there's an RTS style in literally half of the game. So Count Dooku's missions all the way to like the 6th mission, or there's one that's not, is all RTS style. And I've never really been a big fan of RTS games, so to be able to build all your fortresses and then have your army go in while you're actually spending studs in order to do that, I don't know, there was just something about that didn't really capture me.
Yeah, that was a big downfall for me when I got the game.
Because those levels could have been done in the way that the show had, where I liked how they did have all the big points of the series in that game. That was cool. And I understand, you know, it made sense to do the RTS style because a lot of it was a huge war ground, and it makes sense to do that. But there were just times where it felt like, really, another RTS level? It's just like, come on, they could have done something else.
Maybe like here and there they could have done it, but yeah, they did do a lot of it.
As far as the rest of the game goes, it's really cool. It's really well done, and it's really cool to be able to play as Cad Bane, because literally when I started watching that series, Cad Bane was the character that I was just like, holy crap, this dude is awesome, and to play as him in the game is so cool. The bounty hunter missions as Cad Bane. If you guys ever played the original Lego Star Wars, they had the bounty hunter missions in the complete saga version, and the bounty hunter missions are so cool because you play as bounty hunters hunting all these famous Jedi and famous good people in the series, and you hunt them down and you basically shoot them once, and then the level ends and you get your points or whatever. But that was really cool to be able to play as Cad Bane. And I'm not even done with the Lego series. I've got tons of games to go. This retrospective would go on forever if I were to continue talking about the games. I just wanted to make a little short video about what I felt about a super overlooked game franchise. And I cannot not wait to play Lego Batman 3. I've heard so many good things about that. Have you picked it up yet, or are you still waiting on it?
No, I still need money's tight.
It's super expensive for sure. It's like $60. But I mean, I heard you could play as an amazing amount of characters in that game, and that is something that I'm looking forward to, just to be able to play as like Kevin Smith, like in a Lego game, or freaking Stan Lee in a or not Stan Lee. Stan Lee's Marvel. What am I thinking? The creator of Batman. You can play, or not the creator of Batman, but one of like the design guys. I've seen a bunch on it, and I still have not had a chance to play it. I love how I totally just said Stan Lee there. I'm a big fan of Marvel and DC.
I was gonna say Bruce Lee, then.
Well, that would just be weird.
That would be awkward.
Kind of cool. And then you could also play as the Adam West. That was who I was thinking of. There's Adam West recovery missions, and then you could also be Adam West and the original 1960s Batman, 1950s and 60s Batman, which is like, there's an actual episode after the game that you could play as those. So I cannot wait for that franchise, or that game in the franchise. And there's a lot of games that I'm looking forward to, like Lego Marvel. I played a bunch of it, but I've never beaten it, and I'm super stoked to be able to play it. So I don't want to make this video run any longer than it has. That was just my little retrospective on how I feel how the Lego games are, and how they should be played by more people, because they are freaking amazing. Traveler's Tales works so hard in the games, and I really love it. So yeah, guys, that was just my retrospective of how I feel the Lego games are, and how I feel how great of a franchise it is. If you guys have never had a chance to play the Lego games, you definitely should check it out. For anybody, it's not just for kids. I know for me, the reason why I started playing one was nostalgia. Probably you too, because we grew up with Legos.
Well, I just saw Star Wars, Legos, video games.
It's like, why would you not do that?
That's the best
As
thing
super
ever.
nerds, I mean, you can't not want to play a Star Wars game where you could literally play as like every character in the movie franchise, and like that was super cool. So yeah, the Lego games are awesome. Like I said, if you haven't had a chance to play them, pick up just Lego Star Wars. If you're not a fan of Lego Star Wars, pick up like Lego Marvel or Lego Batman. Whatever you're a fan of, whatever the licensed product that they take is, play it, because you will not be disappointed. It's so cool, and I cannot. I'm super looking forward to the Lego Jurassic Park that was leaked a little while ago. I didn't even realize that Jurassic Park would be making a Lego comeback. They made them way back in the day. They made like a few sets, and then they were basically done with it. And now they're making a comeback, and they're making a game out of it. So I think it's called Lego Jurassic World, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because that's what the new movie's going to be called, Jurassic World.
Yeah, and it just looks awesome. So guys, I'm gonna call it a day here. Technically call it a night. It's about my buddy Daniel, and of course me. And next week I will have a cover out for you guys. It will be the cover that I've been planning for, and I'm sorry once again that I was not able to do that. But yeah, that has been my retrospective on the Lego franchise. Anything else you want to say, Daniel?
Play them, enjoy them, love you all.
Well, that's a great ending for this video. So I'll see you guys later.